Hey guys, Artilla Boy here, and today we're going to be doing another video. And today, this is going to be a different video. Just like the comparison video on the French ANP VPF1, the MP, and the MP5, this is basically another comparison video. So, let me take you back to the past of 2016. So, when I actually ordered my, well, basically the 6Sh116, and that was from Gray Shop, and this was as a birthday gift, including the backpack, which, when I actually got this, finally on my birthday gift for my HVZ game, which is a Nerf game, which it no longer can do those anymore because, I don't know, it's really was and it was basically, it was already done. I could definitely tell you that. So, yeah, it came with the backpack, only the vest and the backpack, which I will do a separate video on this one, but I will talk about the why I've actually will tell you about this. The entire thing, and this is the vest, it only came with the vest, so the quest of buying a lot of Russian gear began. So, as you could definitely know, I will say this here, it's a Frankenstein of it. Basically, so kind of recently in 2021, I managed to get the the 4 last pieces that I needed for this. So, as you could definitely know, I will tell you about this. This was a Frankenstein of a thing. And I say Frankenstein of a vest. So, you got the pouches all of them are made of Technicom, except for this one, which I will talk about, do a separate video to this, because I managed to get to the 2 pieces that I will talk about. So, yes, this is so you got Digital Flora, OD, Olive Drab, all around here, like Olive Drab on the multi-purpose, the single double AK double AK mag, and then the butt pack to it. But normal, and I say normal as in the Digital Flora on the one with the ROP. Now, the ROP I will say about the ROP, is basically a flare with a stick. And the pouches are having the Digital Flora on there. And when I was actually going to get these two, I couldn't find it on eBay, so I just have to stick with these 2 guys. But it's just okay. At least I've actually got something that is VSR 98, which surprisingly I only got is the VSR 93 in most of my videos, which you noticing about it. And then you got this one, which is firmed in Siberia. But it just had this weird, striking resemblance to something, yeah. So, it reminds me, in prior of 2015, when I was in the military surplus store in Emporia, when I was actually getting things like, well, the M40, and got this guy too, which we are doing a comparison to this guy. It just looks familiar to this guy. It actually looks striking resemblance to it. The only difference is not only by the camel pattern, but by the buckle piece. So, let's begin off with the US version, the FLC, or the Fighting Loading Carrier. And that's where we're going to talk about. Let's begin with the US counterpart. Introduced in 1997, these guys have now Molly has been introduced in 1997, and it's been more widespread in 2001, and this was actually the replacement to a particular vest that I have in my, for it, which is basically a replacement to the load carrying vest, the enhanced load carrying vest. Yeah, the butt pack's a pain in the neck to deal with it. Yeah, this guy here. yeah, after the entirety of Mali came in, actually, the funny thing about this one, this particular vest that I got, this one I have is made in, this one's in 2004. Yeah, I kid you not. But they still use the LC2s with a much more like of this type of material. Maybe I'll talk about that in that video. That's a video that will be discussed in another time. But as you could definitely know, it had the same entire thing like the. Actually, it actually has some connections to the SH116 that we're going to mention. So, as you could definitely know, they're comprised of the pieces, as you could definitely know, has basically three mag pouches. Yep, three normal M16 platform style pouches. And of course, two grenade pouches. Yeah, that I actually looked so hard, actually looked a lot on there, until I've actually found out you're supposed to put the grenade pouches on that. So you can't really have like 4 of the mag pouches. You're going to need 3 mags and 2 grenade pouches. And it has a couple variants of it. For one is the woodland pattern. The other one is the tricolor pattern. And of course, the UCP. Yeah, I don't have any pouches for this guy, but bear with me. There's also a Coyote Brown variant for the Marine Corps. Gotta remember, when they replaced a lot of camouflages to the Marine Corps, they actually have this basically universal type of gear that they decided to get all their stuff in. You guessed it. Let me bring something out there. In this color. Yeah, the Coyote Brown. Now, the difference, there are a couple differences of it, which I will bring it up here. It would have a zipper to this in a couple variants of it. I'm not sure about the woodland version, but as you can definitely know, and inside of it will have mesh pockets to it. And let me pull this out. And inside of it will have the actual, all of it, including my favorite part, the manufacturing number. Mine was made in 01, made by the company Specialty Defense System. Now, they did say like there is a multicam variant, but this one has been now become obsolete, has been replaced by the TAP, or that's the acronym term for Tactical Assault Panel. For what I actually looked at the piece, it actually reminds me a lot of this, but with Molly webbing on there. So yeah, there's also a UCP pattern version to this. But let's get to the Russian counterpart. I also forgot to noticing from the SH117, I'm going to bring this up again, there's also a different camouflage to this. There's also the Syrian desert color. Yeah, just want to point that out there. There's also a desert variant of it. And what I heard from the desert variant, that was rather rushed out the door, what I recall. Or many people has the more famous name for it is the Syrian desert camo, because it's mostly been in Syria or in desert areas. So that's another piece of information I had to bring that up. So let's begin with the comparison. So the comparison to it. Now, differences aside from it, the only same noticeable by it is the meshing on both of them. The meshing and the buckles, well, particularly the 116. but there's a rather big differences out there. Now, the entire back of it, let me pull the back out there. It actually has more meshing on the back side, unlike the US did not have that. And the adjustments much more bigger, unlike this one's kind of more just have a handle on there. And everything else is basically the same thing. Also, another thing that I forgot to noticing that the waist side could actually be adjusted, like right there. Well, in the Russian one, you basically have to pull that, decide to push it in there, and that's only about it. Now, let's go look at the inside of it. Now, both of them are rather more different. Now, the sides are the same, just the difference is, again, the meshing is right on there, but the US one, the FLC, does not have that. But again, there's a two difference out there. The meshing pockets inside of the FLC, well, this one did not have it. And of course, the stamp right in there. Now, for this one, yes, this www.frontkit.spd or spb.ru, you can actually go there. That's actually the website to the company. Yeah, I actually looked it up on there. Well, on the other hand, there is they do the same thing, but it was actually located inside of the mesh pocket, located on the left cheek out there. Now, again, this is the same, basically the website for basically getting the vest. Let me go look it up. So, I looked up on the website, and it does not exist anymore. It only was as basically a public domain website. It's basically just doesn't really have the actual website anymore. So, I'm sorry, but I couldn't really, I did look it up, so another thing getting bitten by the dust by Technicom, because somehow the Russians still had their website. Meanwhile, this one, it doesn't exist anymore. Sorry. That's the only difference it is. Yeah, per website usage. Oh, man. Yep, that really happened. So, let's go try on the vests. And, of course, with the body armor, too. Because they were actually meant to be without the body armor or with the body armor on. Let's go try it out. Now let's go try on the body armor. Oh boy. I look like a sumo wrestler of all things. Oh. Let's go try out the Russians. Now, I don't have a Russian body armor. I'm going to have to use the OTV one. So bear with me. This is what it's going to be like with the body armor on, as I promised you guys. Now, another difference and I'm going to have to pull this again, is the adjustment straps. Now, for this one, you can actually just adjust that from there. But in the US version is this thing, yes. Now, the top piece can actually go from the bottom right there and then move it to there. So that's another difference out there. So let me adjust all this so we can test out the body armor variant, or the body armor while wearing this. Wearing the vest with the body armor on. I'll be right back. Now, let's get on to the conclusion. In conclusion, I think they're both great they're both right. Now, these, I've actually don't know if there's any more variants of it. I know there is, like, the Chinese version, which is straight up copying the Russian SH112 series. But, as you could definitely know, these are the rather more popular vests in the market. But, as in I gotta say, I prefer the SH116. I don't know, I kind of think that's basically a thing I get more to. It's more of which one you pick the most. Now, if you're basically like the USGI one, I think the FLC would be best. But if you're going for the more Russian thing, more Russian counterpart, basically the SH112 would be the good way to go. I think I've actually gone more to the SH112 because I've actually run with this a lot of times than this guy. But as you could definitely know, tune in next time when we're going to talk about something. So overall, they'll definitely get a separate review after I get more material for both of them. So, as you could definitely know, tune in next time where we're going to talk about something, something that you could see at dark. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Now, thanks for a lot of people who subscribe to my channel, because we're almost near to 100. And when we get to 100, I'll actually have a surprise for you guys. Oh yeah, talking about something about at a particular collection. Something a lot like these guys. Yeah, I'll make an entire video dedicated to all of these guys. But in the meantime, now again, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel, and it's been really awesome seeing it. So, as I say, that's Artilboy, and I'm signing out.